Hello and welcome to Pals Pulls, the Comics Pals weekly show where we, Comics Pals, review four of the week's biggest
Downer.
books. I am joined by Kale,
What's up, hot dogs?
Tyler,
I don't know why I have a mustache.
neither do I.
I don't know.
Do you?
It's that's the right reaction, Cal. Yeah. An attempt was made, as they say.
I'm Sean, and
How's
this
your
is
mustache feeling?
dude, I don't have one. I've got a beard.
Hey,
I don't
listen.
fuck with that mustache stuff.
You don't consider once the beard grows in, like you don't have a mustache anymore. It's evolved to beard. It's not
Yeah.
like this is a beard, this is a mustache.
Well, here's
And
the
it
thing.
just
His
connects.
connects.
Yeah.
We're like we're three stages of beard.
I got like a reverse fascist, let's say, going on here. It's like nothing grows in the middle.
Yeah.
Reverse fascist. Okay.
Yeah.
That
chose
is
my
how we're
words
going
carefully
to
on that
get
one.
away from that weird banter and say hello to everybody that is watching live. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Wherever you are watching, we appreciate you guys so much. We are going to get right into the reviews. We've got Planet of the Apes, #1, from 20th Century Studios.
New
Slash
up-and-coming
Marvel.
publisher.
Yes.
Yeah, good for them.
Yes, absolutely. Little known publisher. Wishing those kids luck. Immoral X-Men #3. Amazing Spider-Man #23. And of course, we have Batman 134. And you know I had to do it.
You got the Tom King variant.
I got the Tom King April Fool's variant, which if you haven't seen and you're listening on audio, you need to look for this. It's so cool. It is a Tom King drawn cover of Batman 134.
That is horrible.
It's bad. If you like, you would probably be proud of this if your second grader gave this to you.
Not even. I told him to pick up a trade instead. The creative field is not where he's supposed to be going. So.
Second grade, Tyler.
Hey.
You gotta be a big fan of Tom King to get that cover, man.
Dude, I love Tom King. Absolutely. 100%.
Big CIA 100%. Guy, Sean. I don't want to make it
Let's get into the ape talk. Let's talk Planet of the Apes. This is by Brad Walker. I haven't read something from Brad Walker in a million years. Or David Walker. I'm sorry, not Brad Walker.
David F. Walker, right? Guy.
Yes, David F. Walker.
Okay, yep.
Dave Wachter on art. Colors by Brian Valenza. Letters Joe Caramagna. I love the Planet of the Apes movies, the Matt Reeves ones. Those are the only ones I've seen. This book takes place within the continuity of that.
Yeah,
it appears. And if you haven't seen the movies, that is quite all right because they are recapping everything.
And to be fair, I've only seen the first one of those movies. So I was kind of okay with the recap personally.
Sure.
What I wasn't okay with was the fact that, like, oh, this is a pandemic book. You know, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
This whole book is what if the world fell apart after a pandemic? And I was like, yeah, I lived that already. Is this nonfiction? What are we reading here? Like, I didn't care much for that aspect of it, but I know that's just the source material is we got to work with. So I got over it.
Somehow this one was less fun.
Wait, this was less. Oh my god!
I'm saying
you found fun in our pandemic.
We didn't get talking apes in our pandemic. Like, geez,
yeah.
boring.
Listen, I had Tumblr through our pandemic.
Yeah, all I got was one. Yeah, all I got was one less grandpa. Like, geez, this other pandemic would, this fictional one's much better.
Wow. Look, I can't speak to that. Having seen the movies, I was a little frustrated with the recap. I understand why they had to do it, but between that and then having to catch us up on whatever's happening now, and there's a scene where the guy who's like the leader of this revolutionary group is rattling on about the group and how they're not really bad guys and all this other stuff that he felt he needed to say. Like he says the human race is facing extinction. He's telling this to his own group and people that they've captured. But we, the Exerticus Veri, the army of man, refuse to go down without a fight. This fight is for what remains of humanity. The Exerticus Veri are not terrorists. We are a global army. Like, who cares? Kill us or let us go. Don't talk to me. Don't talk me to death.
Was this the cell phone footage scene?
Was it cell phone footage? I don't even know. It was just a guy prattling on, the Switzerland scene.
The snow scene, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It was like he was recording cell phone footage for it.
He just wouldn't stop talking.
I mean, with a name like that, you got to assume they're pompous idiots, but
yeah, absolutely. And it was so talky. I was just, I don't know. I was frustrated.
I have a question. So you've seen the movie, Sean. And
I've
I like
seen
how
the first two. Yeah.
only seen one more than me. Does that terrorist organization exist in those movies?
I don't remember there being any terrorist organization in the second one.
Gotcha. Well, I remember Gary Oldman's like a bad guy, or something like that.
I think he's like a bad military guy, like a real one, not a ragtag, cult or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That angle, I've seen bits and pieces of these films. I don't even think I've seen a full one. But that part felt new to me.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
It felt new to me too. I wish that they would have shown these guys doing things that were, I don't know, interesting.
Yeah.
I just didn't really care for his speech. For a Planet of the Apes book, I felt like there wasn't enough interesting conversation either. The Matt Reeves movies have interesting things to say about the world and the state of it and all those kinds of things. And, there's a lot of on the nose stuff, like when the she's using sign language to speak to the apes, and the guy's like, oh, they don't understand what you're saying, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, guy, we know that the apes are smart, so why are you still saying this kind of crap?
But like at this point, weren't they able to talk? Wasn't like Caesar able to actually talk?
But they can't all talk.
Got it. Okay. The science of Planet of the Apes is confusing me. So
the guy says animals don't understand humans. Like, forget apes. Yeah. Just dogs understand humans. Like,
and that's what she said. Yeah. She's like, you ever asked a dog to sit or fetch?
Yeah.
But like that's so dumb that I feel like it doesn't need, like, that's just not, I don't know.
I know what you're saying.
Nitpicky, I know. Trust me.
I thought the art was good in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Dan Wachter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty, like, especially for like when I see IP book, I don't get excited in terms of like the art. I'm like, all right.
Dave, sorry.
Dave Wachter, okay.
This is Dave and Dave.
If they, with like an IP book, they put like an artist on it just to be able to, someone who can actually draw something, and they put it out. This felt like an actually good, creative team. Like I thought the creative team was good. I think that the time jumping and skipping was, it wasn't confusing. It was annoying.
Yeah.
Because it clearly says the years, and they're not that far apart, so you can kind of keep track of it, but it is annoying.
And things are linear in a certain way. Like, you go from our main character who's older, and it shows her at a certain point, and and then slightly younger, and then slightly younger. So like you get it, but it's just, it doesn't, I don't know. It's clearly just a device to tell us who she is and what's going on for her. But for what?
I think in a book that is also time jumping to tell us the story of the movies, it's just a lot of flashes, whether it's a flashback, flash forward. It's too much of that, I felt, and it bogged the book down. I really wish that the book would have had a little bit more forward momentum, a little bit more stuff happening. I do agree this is a good creative team. This is a book that could have a much stronger issue 2, I think.
I agree. Yeah, I feel like it got what it needed to get out of the way. It didn't lead for a very good first issue, but what I got has potential. That makes sense.
I think I feel about this book the way Sean felt about Star Trek Defiant.
Mm.
If you like Star Trek, if you like Planet of the Apes, this is for you. Great. I find Planet of the Apes insanely boring.
Have you seen the original movies, Kel?
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get the hype.
Man, it's so cool. Not even the score?
Hey, you know what, dude? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna say it on this podcast.
Right.
Planet of the Apes. It's not cool. It's just
No,
not
it's
cool.
not cool. It's nerd shit. Dr. Zaius? Come on.
No, it's not cool. Listen, it's not. It's just not.
I will say, I think I would have preferred a Planet of the Apes book set in the original timeline, where it's like extra high sci-fi stuff. This weird middle ground of like post-apocalyptic. It's fine. It's cool in a movie where they can do CG that it's like mind-boggling, but as a comic, it's just like, okay.
It's a lot flatter.
Yeah.
It's just not as menacing or interesting. Yeah, I will pass, not because I had a bad time with this book, just because I don't care enough. The movies are good. I enjoy them a lot, but this is not being told by Matt Reeves. This is just a spin-off, and it didn't do enough to make me care as someone who's seen the movies.
And I don't think it does enough to justify its own existence, especially in the first issue.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on it as well, but I will personally be checking out issue 2 at least.
I'm not going to come back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come back. Before we move on to Immoral X-Men, I do want to let you guys know where you can find us and how you can support the show. I want to start with an announcement about this Saturday. So this Saturday on the show, we will be interviewing Jeff Johns, as you all know, hopefully. If you don't know, now you know. So that will be happening at our special start time of 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have Jeff Johns on at 1 p.m. Eastern. So come hang out with us for that. There is still time to enter the Geiger giveaway. If you're watching this live, you have until the end of Friday. So 12, whatever that is, like 11:59 on Friday night is your last chance. That by Friday, I'm talking about April 7th. That is your last chance to enter. All you have to do is send us a question or a comment for Jeff Johns. Be a subscriber on YouTube, follow on Twitch. That's it. We'll enter your name into a drawing, and on Saturday, we will reveal the winner of the giveaway, and we'll send a copy of Geiger to your house or wherever it is you want to get it. That's it. That's all you got to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come show out, show support. We're going to have a blast talking to Jeff Johns. If you want to watch this show live, you can do that every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Normally, Saturdays, the main show would be at 10:15. This Saturday, it is at 1 p.m. Everything else, links in the description. Come join our Discord server. It's a lot of fun. Far Sector Book Club went out this week. Check that out. Watch our TikTok videos. Those are blowing up. It's a lot of fun. People that watch TikTok videos are crazy.
I don't get it. I don't.
You said people who watch TikTok videos are crazy?
People who comment, like the people that
wild, man.
yeah.
I got called a nerd.
Huh?
I know, surprising, real surprising.
You?
Yeah. What did somebody say about you, Sean?
A lot of things. I'm
were
good
getting
at
washed.
I'm good at letting things go like that. So I don't remember, but a lot of things. Well, we've said a lot of things about the X-Men books thus far, about Sins of Sinister. Some of it not so good. Most of it not so good. But thus far, at least I have been turning the corner on this event. And Immoral X-Men #3, it's the end of the series. It might just be the best issue yet. Maybe, possibly. Kieran Gillen on the words, Alessandro Vitti on the art, Rain Barreto on colors, Clayton Cowles on the letters. This is the year 1000. And it's a nightmare. It is horrible. This world sucks.
Isn't this the world we got a premonition about
And what?
months ago? Was it Immoral X-Men? Maybe Destiny saw something. I remember there being eventually a giant Sinister. Wasn't that like a thing?
That I'm reminded of the Exodus focused issue.
Yeah.
And I'm also reminded, I think, of what was the last big event? Judgment
Day. Yeah.
Wasn't there a scene that shows a giant Exodus or something of that nature?
Yeah, maybe
an
that's
Exodus planet.
Giant. Yeah. So this is where we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it seems like it could be. I'm not all the way sure, to be honest with you. How did you guys feel about this one? I think I really liked it, but I'm not sure.
Go ahead, Cal.
I literally just read it, and I'm not positive that I can tell you what happened.
I enjoyed it. This is a weird event, man. I thought it would be another Ten of Swords, just something I just didn't care about. But I think 2 out of 3 of the books so far have done a good job of making me care about the people in it. I'm rooting for Sinister at this point, I'm rooting for, Rasputin in this.
Yeah.
Rah, etc.
Yeah. I don't love it, but I don't think it's bad either. I think it's weird. I'm on a solid this is a weird choice, but I'm enjoying the ride.
Yeah. I love Rasputin in this issue. Yeah. She's awesome. I appreciate the fact that she's just gung-ho on doing the right thing. That's all she can even think about. I like that she has free will to a certain extent. Sinister tricks her. We know this is not the last, of course, we will be seeing of her. And now, in a weird way, this character that we have grown to love is now the antagonist of the book, because we need Sinister to come through. We need Sinister to ultimately win and reset things. She's trying to prevent him from doing that because he wants to close out this universe and she doesn't want to let that happen. So now she's kind of the antagonist. Am I wrong? Is that not what you guys got out of it?
I don't think she knows really. I don't think she understands.
But that's the line of dialogue. She says to him after she eavesdrops on the conversation that he has with Destiny. She says, "You're not trying to save the universe, are you?" And he says, "I'm afraid not." And she says, "Oh, I don't think you get to live."
Yeah, but again, I think if she has been given the bigger picture, I think she would then understand his reason. You know what I mean? She's given half of it.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying he's trying to reset the timeline, and she's trying to prevent him from succeeding because she thinks he's trying to end the universe, which is true.
Yes.
So that's all. That's all I'm saying. And I think that's an interesting dynamic to now be in with these characters.
Okay.
No?
When are we going to see that? Are we going to see that in like an Omega issue or something? Or is there's no fourth issue?
There is one.
There's
Yeah,
a Dominion.
There is one.
The
Yeah.
Dominion
Okay.
issue, yeah. I don't know. I had a good time with this. Getting to see all the like weird endpoints for a lot of these characters, like the Emma Frost, who is just, some kind of red diamond that she's evolved into, a gnarly looking beast.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different weird cameos. And again, it's one of those things where it's like I have a hard time caring about them because we're going to be with them for about one issue.
If that.
Yeah, but they're decent cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that Emma is the living gem of Citarac too.
Yeah.
So she can just make anyone juggernauts. Like that's going to
that's
lead to
pretty
like
crazy.
a really interesting fight scene. Especially once we have all the Nightcrawlers, into the mix, then we get, whatever's left of Storm's Brotherhood.
Mhm.
It'll lead to a really dumb, fun, bombastic final issue of whatever this is, I think. I will give it that this has been fun. Has it been great? No. Is it blowing my pants off? No. But it's fun, I think.
You'll get one page of everything you just described.
Probably, yeah. And there would probably be a whole bunch of narration boxes, hiding everything. So
I don't feel like this event is that exciting. And I think that's my ultimate biggest problem. Like at this point, the narrative's fine. It's all okay. Nightcrawler's kind of isn't the best book. It's actually kind of not great at all, but the other two are fine. But the event is just not that exciting. There's not enough connective tissue because we're jumping too far into the future. And I don't know. It's just lacking intrigue. Because we kind of know what the end is. The end is telegraphed.
There's
it
no
has
stakes.
to end one way.
Yeah. There's no stakes. And the stakes that they're trying to make in universe aren't there because we know where it ends,
Right.
We know this has an end point. Solicitations exist.
Yeah.
We know we go back to Krakoa because there are, half the X-Men line is still going on right now.
Fall of X is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the art's all right. I actually felt like it was a bit of a weird choice. It's a little grittier and a little darker. I feel like the coloring's a little darker. Maybe that's just me.
A little dirtier.
Yeah, it's dirtier. It's not that I'm not down with that. It just feels very different than what we've been getting with these characters.
Was it a different inker than the previous issue?
Had to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Has to be.
That's
This is
what
a
it looked
lot.
like to me. It didn't look like
This is
a
a lot
choice as
thicker.
much as the creative team was different.
Yeah, which to be fair could have been a choice to bring
Sure.
on a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
anchor
sure.
to get that effect. But it adds to the dryness of the book, to be honest. Like it's not visually that compelling. And when I think about like Age of Apocalypse, for example, not a great event, doesn't have any real stakes, but it's wacky. It's crazy, it's fun to look at, and you can appreciate it for that. This is more of a method on Sinister.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but it's going on for a long time, and it took half the series for me to start to feel it. So at this point, it's like I just kind of want this to be over with. How much I've been enjoying it towards the end, notwithstanding.
It's a whole different artist team, and every issue has been a different artist team.
Okay.
I don't know. Philosopher King brings up an interesting point. Feels like it's stalling for something bigger down the line.
Fall of X.
It could be. Yeah. I
Especially
remember
with that C2E2 event promo image you got with about a dozen different titles listed on it.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good
especially when
point.
you're seeing the artist too, bringing different creative team on each issue. That screams filler to me.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen the X line essentially take a break at this time of the year for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
They did it with like the whole line kind of shuts down, and then they do an event. They did it with what's this book? X Lives, X Deaths. And then what was the other one that they did in 2022 at the start of 2022? Was it no? Ten of Swords was 2020.
Before that, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But this feels like it's in that same vein of the rest of the line is taking a little bit of a break. They're getting other things cooking, and this is the event that we're getting in the interim.
Hmm.
I say pull. We've come this far. It's a solid issue. It's the best of the bunch, I think, of an event that is overall probably going to end up being forgettable.
I'd say pull as well, but it's a very tentative, specific to me pull. I once this is done, Sean, I'd like to be able to say if I'd pass or pull on like a trade of this entire thing, because I think once I get a bigger picture on it, I'm curious.
Fuck this. I don't need this anymore.
All right. Kale's had about enough.
Is this ruined Sinister for you, Cal?
No. He's long since been ruined.
Gotcha. He's apparently supposed to be the main villain of the animated series revival. So,
yep. On the outset,
that doesn't thrill me about that.
Well, I liked Sinister a lot in the animated series, the OG.
I did too. My worry is that if the animated series is it picking up Krakoa, or is that the comic?
It's the comic. Yeah. It's picking up from like a year after the events of the series. No Krakoa, as far as we know.
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
Of course, my cat wakes up as soon as I bring a beer close to his face. This freaking drunkard.
Wow. So you're just admitting on a podcast, public podcast, that you get your cat drunk?
No, I'm just saying that he was an ex-alcoholic and I rescued him from it. So
you're just like your father.
I'm just enabling.
Unbelievable. Well, I can definitely say that I'm way more interested in what is happening in Amazing Spider-Man right now. Amazing Spider-Man 23. This is the listener pick. Thank you, Slidius, on the follow. Appreciate that. We're in the middle of the arc where we're going to finally learn what Peter did that has everybody so pissed off, and what the ramifications are of that are going to lead to the most shocking event in 60 years of Spider-Man. Zeb Wells wrote this with art by John Romita Jr., Scott Hanna on inks, Marcio Menez on the colors. Last issue, we saw Peter escape from that zone that they were all in. Mm-hmm. And they were under attack by Robin or Rabin. And he left MJ. He left MJ with this in this dimension with Paul. So now we know how MJ and Paul kind of ended up together, because apparently time passes faster over there, I think we learned. So they're together for who knows how long.
Time dilation just cucked them.
And this issue presents us with a Peter that I feel like we haven't seen in a long time, or at least that I haven't seen in a long time. This reminded me of when Aunt May was shot. During Back in Black, when Aunt May was shot, that anger that Peter had and that willingness to go all the way, try to save her, leading into everything that happened in One More Day. This gives me that same desperation energy that Peter had. And I love to see Peter like that.
Yeah, once he realizes the time dilation is a thing, it's like the clock is running, and this dude is just trying everything in his power to like do things as quick as possible, which I think is then screwing him up even more.
Yeah. I'm in love with this book.
How about the art? You into the JRJR art?
Yep, you know it.
Same. I do have one issue, and it doesn't have to do with the art in the book, but the cover, and I have it on the stream. Do you have the physical? Do you have the A cover? Look at those Fantastic Four uniforms. The emblem is on the back.
You said the Yeah, it is.
For like a Reed, I was like, all right, maybe Reed just turning his head around. No.
Right.
Sue's got it too. So
Yeah.
good old JR snafu there.
Yeah, I wonder if he accidentally drew it backwards.
Maybe.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Peter runs into, different members of the Marvel universe, like the FF and Cap, and these characters that mean so much to Peter. And I don't know if you guys felt this, but the confrontation between Peter and Captain America, it's like, why do these two always meet like this in an alleyway? Like, this is how they fought in Civil War. Similar sequence.
And one little thing that kind of flies under the radar there is Cap finds out he's Peter in that moment. Because even Spider-Man's like, well, he knows I'm Peter now.
Is it there? I got
it's there.
the impression he knew it was there. He knew he's Peter.
No, because he gets his secret identity would have been a thing there.
And
Unless I read that
hate
wrong.
comic books.
But it felt like a very like, oh, that's a big deal to be kind of.
He says, Cap knows I'm Peter Parker. I may be out of places to hide. I interpreted that as like, I can't just hide. These people know who I am.
Got it.
Yeah.
I guess continuity wise, it would have been during New Avengers, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kel.
This book does what frustrates me in a lot of media that needs conflict. Nobody talks.
Mm-hmm.
The 10 seconds it would take Peter to say, "Oh, MJ's in the thing. We've got to we need to hurry up and get over there and help me." Like, Captain America is like the dude.
Right.
Talk to him. Stop it. Stop this. You're an
adult.
They
try to justify it by them finding like a Spider-Man suit in a scene of a WMD explosion. But yeah, I agree. But also, like, that's a very Peter Parker thing to do too, though. Like, self-sabotage.
But
it is a cheap ploy in terms of writing.
Yeah, I just like, and especially at like what we're supposed to believe is like this at this point in Peter and Steve's like friendship, like, not that they're great pals or anything, but like that there wouldn't be like at least a mutual respect between them, that even Peter would go, listen, I really need help right now. I need you to trust me. And that Cap wouldn't go, hey, cool, let's go. It just, like, it's manufactured conflict that drives me insane.
I felt like the reasoning was that they couldn't trust that was A, actually Peter, and that B, he had his full faculties. And so Cap, I interpreted it as Cap was unwilling to do anything until they went and got him checked and made sure that he was cool. The same way that FF wouldn't let him use Reed's lab.
Yeah. I guess. Like you're right. Like, that's what's presented. And, in story continuity, like, that makes absolute sense. But it's just, I don't know, soap opera garbage.
Especially with the FF too, like Johnny and the Thing, like Cap. Sure, I agree with you, Sean. But like Johnny and the Thing, they would. If
it were Reed, if Reed said, "Hey, listen, no way, go in my super duper identifier tube and we'll figure this out. It'll take about a day." I'd be like, okay, that sort of makes sense.
Yeah, Johnny, even Bearcat Thing there with his his 2-piece costume.
That was weird.
Yeah. Looking like Keith Lee
at
the end of his WWE run.
I don't want to draw all those rocks.
Yeah, exactly. I guarantee you that's exactly what happened. But yeah, like Johnny Storm is one of his best friends. Like, even though he busts his balls constantly, I think he would find a way to be like, yeah, sure.
And at the end of all this, and mind you, I have no idea where Norman Osborn is in the continuity at this point, other than Gold Goblin or whatever the fuck.
He wasn't yet. Yeah.
Right. I simply do not buy that he would go to Norman Osborn over, I don't know, Hank Pym, over, I don't know, Bruce Banner, over, I don't know, Tony Stark, I don't know, his own fucking lab, Doc Ock. Like what?
But they won't help him. That's the point. They won't help him.
So at this point, continuity wise, I believe Norman would have had his sins eaten by the Sin Eater.
I don't care.
Yeah. I feel like I still care about knowing what's going to happen. I feel like the drama and stakes are very high. I don't feel like it's lost anything because we know who's still alive when we get across this hump. We know Peter's there. Yeah. We know MJ's there. That's not bothering me. It's really a question of what the heck is going on with MJ and Paul. Is
there a question at this point? Come on.
Sorry?
Is there a real question at this point? Like we know what they're doing at this point.
Yeah, they're having kids. But
they're fighting.
But those aren't her kids, though.
Oh, I think they are.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because time dilation. I think something is gonna mess it up so Peter can't get to her for like a day his time, and then it comes back and it's like been years their time.
Right.
That's why. Yeah, that's why in real time they say they're not her kids. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what this special thing is gonna be. But I don't know.
Well, the whole like big thing that's happening that they've been hyping up.
Yeah. I could have used a little more than Peter running around and alienating everyone for the billionth time in this issue.
Philosopher King says the problem for me is that this entire plot thread is an excuse to separate MJ and Peter. Yeah, I mean,
Spider-Man comic.
Yeah, that's what they got to do.
Just to throw it out there, and I know we're not doing question and answer here, but do you guys have a favorite Spider-Man? I guess girlfriend.
Gwen. Yeah.
Is it Gwen though?
It's weird because those Spider-Man comics, I feel like I actually don't really care about either relationship that much, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Because those old books, I don't feel like it's that deep at all.
Yeah.
I really don't feel like it's that deep. And so the idea that Gwen is this deep, great love is like not really there. And then MJ is just this sort of party girl that he connects with to get over Gwen and stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like there's this deep love. I don't see
it. Murphy says, straight to jail with you, Sean.
What did I say?
About Gwen and...
okay.
Chaplan says, L take. Wow.
I don't disagree. I think Gwen's worth comes in her death, and it's a problem with female characters, in early comics, but
I think Stan
was
right
of that character.
Yeah, I think Stan was right. He, the reason he wanted to kill her off was because she was too perfect. I said, oh yeah, shit, you might be right. My maybe controversial answer, I'm not sure. I've never heard anyone else talk about it, but Kitty Pryde from Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I really enjoyed that dynamic. I thought they were really fun together.
Interesting. Mine's Carly Cooper. I'm a big Carly Cooper. I was thought, no, you guys weren't reading it at the
time. She's thinner than Mary Jane. Like,
no, but she was cool. Like, she kind of did her own thing. She was like this coroner. She was, I don't know.
Wait, was she not the one that was with Doc Ock?
No. That's Anna Maria.
That's Aunt May.
Oh, okay. Oh my. Yeah, definitely pulling this. I'm loving it. Unironically, I know someone asked in the chat if I was being serious. Yes, I am. And by the way, listeners, great job. You did it once again, delivering on another listener poll. If you guys want to vote in the listener poll, head on over to Twitter. Tomorrow, you'll be able to vote and vote for your fave. Vote for what you want to hear us review.
Was that your pick of the week out of these?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely my pick of the week.
Yeah, you're right. This was a garbage week.
Yeah, I think it was my pick of the week too. Yeah.
Well, I guess that only leaves one, and I guess we know that none of us chose this for our pick of the week. We're talking
With
Batman.
that art?
Cover
Imagine.
of the week. Cover of the week.
How much do you think it would cost to get Tom King to do the interiors of this book?
I don't
Not that much.
No.
Yeah.
Not that much.
I mean, I know he was in the CIA. I know he was in the CIA, but you don't need to torture him. Like,
oh man, this
I
is.
I
Huh?
do. I want to see someone get that colored by like an actual colorist, though.
I want to get it colored by Tom King.
Yeah. Crayons.
See if he'll do it. Chip Zdarsky on the words, not Tom King. As much as we've mentioned him, this is not a Tom King comic book.
That is funny. You mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
It's not like the current writer of Batman is an actual artist as well. No way.
Yeah. Mike Hawthorne on the pencils, Adriano De Benedetto on inks, Tamu Murray on colors, Clayton Cowles on the letters. You know, I'm like in and out on this. I'm in and out on this. I felt everything that I've enjoyed so much about this run to this point, I thought was not as good here. I thought the Mike Hawthorne art was weaker. His Bruce Wayne face is just not. It was weird in this issue.
The eyes are too close together, right?
That's a part of it. For those of you who are watching, you can see. Look at Bruce's face right there. Like, doesn't that look not like Bruce? It's odd. So yeah, I didn't love the Mike Hawthorne art. And then even the story, I just didn't really care about. Like, this dude's trying to become the Joker from another. Now it's a multiversal story. He's trying to become the Joker. Who cares?
And like they're positing that this character is the Joker, but because it's the different universe, it's just not the way his life ended up. And he got a glimpse into that, so he's trying to recreate that to become the Joker.
Right.
But then it's like, oh, then you just told us who the Joker is. You know, like that's a mystery I don't want to know. Yeah, I just don't like the whole multiverse thing, guys. I know it's a buzzword. You know, I'm tired of the multiverse.
It's everywhere now. It's in everything.
It's only cool in Fortnite.
Does Batman 134 need the multiverse?
No,
like, does this arc need the multiverse?
And the fact that I guess we'll talk about the backup as well, but like the fact that Robin could just travel the multiverse now is like, no, that was like a thing like Flashes only can do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've really watered that idea down. It's just, I don't know. I thought this book was interesting when it was about, you know, Batman wants to save Gotham and like that's just what he has to do. And I felt like it was pretty low to the ground, despite him being somewhere else, you know, whether it's Toyman, whatever it is. And now it's this multiverse is on the line story. I could do without all that. I don't really feel like I need my Batman to be solving multiversal problems.
I'm with you. I like a grounded Batman.
Yeah.
I don't like, and I guess this is like the other thing with like Sins of Sinister. It's like I don't care about this world that I'm in. Like I know that they're you know trying to get me to care about it because Batman cares about it, you know. But like I'm not Batman. I'm not that good. I don't care.
And this being ending up being the Joker. I know we've covered this a little, but like it's the lamest version that this could possibly be. You make it the Penguin, and that would actually be interesting. Like that, it's the Joker. It's just like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. And Batman, you know, spoilers. I mean, you guys know what we do here, but like Batman loses his hand. Are you kidding me? Obviously, that's not going to stick. So why even do it? Like, I don't know. That's just, I get it. I understand. But for me, when it's something that's like this arc's about to end, Batman will have a hand. Why bother throwing that in?
It's gonna be one of those things where, like, you know, there's like a post-credit scene for this arc, and the, you know, Red Mask has Batman's hand. It's like, oh, I have a trace back to his, you know, his universe. I'm gonna find him and get my revenge somehow.
Yeah.
Well, the hand is gonna regrow another Bruce Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we're gonna get Batman in this universe.
Got it. They're gonna clone,
But
him,
never,
or just
never,
grow.
yeah, never the twain shall meet. And this Bruce Wayne in this universe will be mortal, so he'll be able to go off of Selena Kyle into the. Oh, sorry, that's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I got lost.
So Matt in Twitch chat is asking if he should get the first Batman trade that just came out. That'd be the failsafe arc. I would say, yeah, check that out. I thought that was good. I'm not feeling this one though. This arc is just not really my bag.
Yeah. I definitely think the failsafe arc is more worth your while. I'm really ready to be over this. Like I'm so interested in what Chip has to say with Batman, but the length of this arc has really killed all my like momentum in terms of enjoying this. Get back to our Gotham. I don't care about anything that's no one here matters. They're all gone when this arc ends. You're building up characters we're never going to see again.
Even the big multiverse stories, like the crises, the reason they work so well is because our main universe that we care about is in danger.
Yeah,
there's stakes there. This universe that we're in this issue, I couldn't care less about it being destroyed or something bad happening there.
Right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If this guy wants to be the Joker, let him be the Joker. Who even cares?
It's one more McFarlane figure that he can put out.
I'm gonna say pull, but to be honest, it's a weak pull. It's a weak one.
It's a pull out of strictly just number crunching, right? Like you had 133, you're gonna get 135.
I don't think it's to the point where I have a really hard time believing that there's any reason to read this comic.
How much is it? How much did you spend on that?
Well, this particular one, I believe, was $6. Yeah, this is because of the cover.
That's
because of this edition.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that I chose to buy this cover, so I'm cool with that. I wanted to have this.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
There was the backup. If you guys want to quickly chat about that,
I will say the art in the backup is very good.
Yeah, it's Miguel Mendonca on the art.
I think I mean, honestly, it's more enjoyable that backup than the actual Tim Drake Robin book for me right now.
Yeah.
I had more fun reading that, to be honest, than I did the main issue. Because again, the stakes are there. It's our Robin. It's our Tim Drake. You know.
Yeah.
You take the stakes away in a comic book, especially a superhero one. It's like, what are we doing?
Right.
And it's funny because I also read Adventures of Superman John Kent, the newest issue of that. More multiversal stuff, but it's so character driven that it's enjoyable. And I think it is there's some stakes involved, you know, like Ultraman going around killing Superman. But it's the same idea, but because it's so character driven, I care about the book more. I don't care about the characters in this Batman issue, you know?
Somehow it's making me not care about Batman, actually.
And I think reading Sins of Sinister simultaneously with this, where like it's multiple different multiverses that I don't care about, it's just like extra to the point where I'm like, oh, I really don't like either of these, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, welcome, Atomic Hound. Welcome to the party.
And
poopy
thank you,
party.
Nath Griffin on YouTube for the sub.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, again, pull, but it's like I almost want to say pass. It's just one of those. I love the creative team. Generally, they've been delivering strong stuff. I want to see what's going to happen next. I'm going to stick with this, but I don't know that I care to review the rest of the arc even. We'll see. It might be one of those things where it's like, if you guys want us to do it, we'll throw it in the poll
Yeah, it might be one of those poll books. Yeah.
on a stronger week. But I'm just not enjoying this as much as I would like to be.
I'll pass. Fuck this shit too. Y'all out here spending $6 on this. No, forget it.
I feel you.
What really blew my mind, I was going to look up the creative team for this issue of Batman, and then I saw Mark Brooks drew the cover of King Spawn this week, and it is good looking. Yeah.
Could have been reading King Spawn.
Hey, if you guys want us to put a Spawn book on the poll, we'll do that, but we're not definitely reading a Spawn book.
Wait, we're on TikTok already. We're marketing ourselves already. Why can't we read a Spawn book?
I'm with Kale, dude.
I'm so tired of this, Tyler.
We went like a whole year without it. I've been
thriving. I was enjoying Spawn.
Did I take away your enjoyment?
Yes.
All right, listeners. You know what to do next week. What's the Spawn book next week? Let's see.
Not King Spawn with Mark Brooks art.
Just a cover. Don't get too excited.
Art. Yeah.
I don't think there's no Spawn next week. Sorry. There's Carnage.
Can't fucking have anything.
Dude, we don't want Carnage.
Dude, that Carnage book right now is crazy good.
That's fine, but we're not looking for Carnage. We're looking for Spawn. Do you understand that we probably lost subscribers because we stopped reviewing Spawn?
Yo, those Spawn subscribers are built different, though.
They are. They are.
I want to know I want to know the Venn diagram of Spawn enjoyer and Gathering of the Juggalos goer, and like how much overlap is there.
I don't know what you're saying.
Fair.
All right. Well, those are our reviews for the week, but the show's not over. We're going to do Pals Pulls. And then after Pals Pulls, which is a segment where we want to tell you guys what we're looking forward to, we're actually going to be answering some questions. Or no, we're not. Never mind. We're not doing that. Never mind. Sorry, I almost lost myself. Never mind.
Yeah. What were you doing before the show, Sean? Never mind.
Why would you do that? Pals Pulls. Go ahead, Tyler.
All right. Who's up first? Sean, you wanted to check out W0 Earls 33 or World Tree.
Yeah. James Tynion. James Tynion, that man can write a horror book.
Yeah.
And this is a bit of a weird one because this is one that deals with the internet. The World Tree is like there's like something called the Undernet, and the World Tree is like a message board, and it just looks really weird and cool. I actually don't even know how much I'm gonna like this because I don't feel like the internet is a great like venue for horror. But if Tynion wants to do it, then I feel like there's a reason, and I want to see what he's going to do. So Fernando Blanco on the art, Jordi Belair is on the colors, and Aditya Bidikar is on the letters. So tremendous creative team. We will absolutely be reviewing this unless this week is crazy. And I'm curious what Tynion has to say here.
I'm looking at the variants for this, and oh my God, every variant is cheesecake. This is like cheesecake the variants here. It's all this main character with this, undercut bangs mullet combo, just naked everywhere and all these variants. And just, interesting. That's Sean's pick.
Absolutely.
Sean, you also wanted to check out Phantom Road #2.
Yeah. The first issue of this we reviewed for the show. was really awesome. I had a blast with it. I'm curious to see where it's going to go because
Yeah, same.
Yeah, like I thought the first issue was like it gave you everything you needed to kind of know to start the world, but now with issue 2, they're gonna have to like tell the story. So it's Jeff Lemire, Gabriel Hernandez Walta, Jordi Belair again. Another tremendous creative team, Image not missing. I really think a creative team this good, they deserve time to tell their story. So I'll be there for it.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out too. So, good creative team. Marco is not here, but he want to check out Maniac of New York. Don't call it a comeback
No,
number 2.
Tyler,
And
God damn it. What is with you?
I
can't-
put this together before he bailed. Sorry.
Marco doesn't get picks. He's not here.
Agreed.
All right. Well, I wanted to check out Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. This is by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly.
Yeah.
Art by Kev Walker and colors by Matt Hollingsworth. That is a team, I gotta say. And it looks like it's a Western, space Western. And I'm a fan of a space Western. I gotta say, Cowboy Bebop, Firefly, like that's kind of my thing. So this definitely has caught my eye.
Grootfall.
Check this out.
That's
you,
yeah.
Oh, that's the arc Grootfall. Oh
Mhm.
God, I can't wait to see that fucking tree die.
No Rocket in this team either. It looks like it's Drax, Nebula, Mantis, Gamora, and Star-Lord. So
Tyler, are you a Sparks Nevada fan?
Sparks, Nevada. Oh, the
Thrilling Adventure Hour?
I used to be. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, this should be fun. And Clear number 2, I wanted to check out. Scott Snyder and Francis Manapul. I really enjoyed the first issue, so curious to see if this issue 2 can keep the momentum going. Even though I think it's technically out, but this is it for physical.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Kale, you wanted to check out, surprisingly, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Usagi Yojimbo. Where, when, number 1.
Wow.
So this is a new TMNT Usagi Yojimbo crossover. Done by Stan Sakai. So I'm hype as fuck. The Turtles pursue an evil cyborg genius, Dr. Werewen, through a time portal. And by the time they get to him back in feudal Japan, he's already made a kingdom. So they have to team with Usagi and take him down.
Okay. No offense, because I've read TMNT Usagi Yojimbo crossovers. Isn't that the plot to every single one of them?
Probably.
Turtles chase a bad guy through time, and they end up in feudal Japan.
There have been times when Usagi's chased a bad guy into a time portal.
Got it. Okay, I haven't seen those.
Yeah. So
Stan Sakai drawing TMNT again, though. That's cool.
This is the most Kale book of all time.
It's up there. Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's those are our books. Those are our polls. That's what we're yanking next week.
Oh yeah. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Well, we're giving you a little bit more time to yank your crank this Saturday before you join us.
Whoa.
Whoa. What are you guys? What? Before you join us for
everyone
Jeff
to show up to
Johns.
our show Saturday with post-nut clarity and just clear-minded.
Wow.
That's what you were saying, essentially.
That's not what I said at all.
No. Is that, Kale, is that what you're reading?
That's what I heard.
You guys are hearing what you want to hear. All I was saying, I was trying to encourage people to have fun this Saturday before they join us for Jeff Johns at 1 p.m. Eastern. 1 p.m. Eastern, we will be speaking with Jeff Johns. We will be sitting down with him once again, hopefully to have another engaging, fun, insightful conversation about comics and his career, etc. If you've got questions, send them to us in any way that you can get us. However you feel like you want to, leave us a comment anywhere. If you are subscribed to us on YouTube and a follower on Twitch, that will enter you into the Jeff Johns Geiger giveaway, where you will be able to win a copy of Geiger simply by doing what I said above. On the episode where we interview Jeff, we will reveal the winner, and we'll send the winner a copy of Geiger. That's all there is to it.
a
Should be a good
physical
time.
book.
Yeah.
Oh, unless you want it. I mean, if you want it digitally, I guess we can figure it out. But
I guess, yeah. Reach out to us.
Yeah.
That's person just has to get at us. Watch the Far Sector book club we put out. It's a really good book. I think you should read it and then listen to us talk about it.
Yeah.
Or listen to us talk about it, get excited, and then go buy it. However you decide to do that. Join our Discord server where we're always having a great time. Leave us a like, subscribe if you're enjoying this. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're super excited for Saturday. Hope to see you then. Until then, we're the Comics Pal.